Hello guys, this is Abstract 420. Welcome to another video. Got Bob Marley right there. Got some Nirvana playing. It's the whole Nevermind album. Link will be in the description. We're grinding up some Kush, so we're going to today, actually, I have a surprise for y'all. That stuff smells, but instead of using my crappy dice piece, I have a piece that is extremely dirty and it needs to be washed, yes. But it's not really the exact like Sherlock pipe shape. It's got like a wider tip. It's actually chameleon glass. It's kind of like a blue tint and it turns like this yellowish color when you smoke out of it. That's just from earlier. I actually haven't smoked recently. That was actually this morning. I had a wake and bake, and I think I might do that for a video soon. It was a wake and bake video, so stay tuned for that one too. For any of those keeping up, and we're gonna pack this bowl. We're gonna get started, and I actually have some stories to tell you guys. You're probably gonna already know these, so. First, I'm going to start off with this one. This one should be known by all the stoners out there. You really should know this one. In Washington, D.C., there was actually a peaceful protest where a bunch of people got outside of the White House and they had like this, I think it was a 50-some foot inflatable joint. It wasn't a real one. And they just kind of floated it around. It was just like this little balloon, and it said, "Obama decriminalize marijuana now," or something like that. So basically, the whole movement is to have this protest to reschedule marijuana, because currently, cannabis is a Schedule I drug under the U.S. Law, under the federal government, because according to the federal government, it has no medicinal use and it has a high potential for abuse. I find that bullshit, okay? Everyone finds that bullshit, pretty much. We all know it's bullshit, so. Shit, I gotta find where I put this. Here we go, guys. Just got my lighter. We're about to hit this, but for all those that are hitting with me, this one is for the rescheduling of marijuana and hopefully the legalization soon of cannabis. So hopefully it can be legal in all the states if it just is federally legal and we can just bam right there. But a lot of presidents think that it should be up to the states and the federal government won't intervene, so it's going to stay federally illegal. But if the states want it legal, then they're going to let it legalize it, and they're not going to act. But that's how it's been. And I have some more news about this in just a second. Cheers, guys. This is Abstract 420. We're just going to have a little smoke session and talk about that. Some more information on this is that, so basically they got this huge inflatable joint, about 50-some feet long. They gathered right outside of the front house, and they just openly, blatantly just smoked weed in front of the White House. And honestly, that's pretty badass if you ask me. And what were the repercussions of this? Two $25 fines were given out. 2 of them. And that's it. No arrests were made at the scene. The Secret Service just said that they let it happen. And there's actually some more news on this, that people from Washington, D.C. are actually planning to get back together, and they're giving away free seeds. If you ask me, that's pretty epic, so I can't wait to hear the news on this. Hopefully, Obama does reschedule marijuana, and hopefully, actually, we can end up legalizing this. It's definitely going to be a process. It's going to take some time because even though the public approval rate is about 58% now for legalizing marijuana, we still have to get the government to go on this one. So I think we'll get there very soon, guys, within the next 10 years. So cheers, guys. We're going to hit this again. By the way, see, it's like that yellow tint color, but you can still maybe see like a little bit of blue here. I actually thought this thing was just like a straight blue color. I think it's just like I don't know what it is. Cause like here's some resin in here. I can definitely see it. That's kind of black, but it's like blue right here. And I don't know why it's blue. But I thought it was just like the straight color pretty much. But it was just resin. It was just dirty. I don't know how it got so messed up. But I've been trying to clean it out a bit. It's a little better, but here we go. It's getting more dirty. Oh, that wind just blew it right back at me. It's all good. One really hit me in the throat. I'm still, or in the chest and the throat a little bit too. I'm still a little on the sick side. I'm done my antibiotics. And I'm like borderline sick where I'm just getting over it. I still have a little bit of a cough occasionally. I'm trying to hold this one back. But for the most part, it's all good. But yeah, guys. I just wanted to share that information with you. Because this could be groundbreaking, and this could be the first step towards federal legalization of marijuana. So, I'm totally for it. There's no reason it should be a Schedule I drug. And I guess this is going to be kind of the last story of this video. Real quick, I just want to share with you the reason why marijuana, or cannabis, weed, pot, whatever you want to call it, is a Schedule I drug. Just saying, this is also in the same class as heroin. I think LSD is also in it. But like, to be honest, I'm not saying everyone go out and do LSD. The only dangers of LSD, really, mainly, are just on your trip. So just don't do anything don't do anything stupid when you're high, basically. Always have someone watching you over. Always have a friend that's there for you. If you were to do it, I'm not saying go do it, but LSD is also really hard to overdose on. And it doesn't make you go insane, and it doesn't make you psychotic, like that myth there is. Doing LSD a certain amount of times will not make you go insane. But it's also not very addicting either. But it's listed as a Schedule I drug. But I do see it for the no medicinal benefits. Even though it has been linked to, it was originally a medicine that was supposed to cure anxiety, but that went down a bad path, so. But yeah, LSD is in there, I think. I think amphetamines as well, like methamphetamine is a Schedule I drug. Just basically all the hard drugs, but why is cannabis here? I mean, like, I can see you, like, being dependent on pot. There's a difference between addiction and dependence, I want to say that. You can be dependent on just about anything just because, like, if you're depressed and you're smoking, you're dependent on that because it makes you happy. But eventually it wears off, and then you're kind of going back to being depressed, so I can see dependency. But addiction, it's like, addiction, you don't have to be, like, depressed or anything at first. Like, you can just go, you can be the happiest person in the world, do heroin, and get addicted because your body goes through withdrawal. That's addiction. like craving pot because you want to smoke it. I don't think that's addiction until you're having withdrawal symptoms, and people can actually die from heroin withdrawal symptoms. So, that being said, it's not really addicting. You can be dependent on it. And it's been proven to show medicinal benefits. So it shouldn't be a Schedule 1 drug. But why is it? Back when Richard Nixon started the drug war, one of his advisors actually leaked this information that during the drug war, before they started it, this guy had the idea because Richard Nixon wanted to go to war. He was very war hungry, and he decided that he was going to link marijuana to like the hippie group that are anti-war and didn't want to go to war, and they had all this protests anti-war, and they kind of linked marijuana to it and just to them and just made it illegal just so they could knock out that group and just kind of cripple them, and whenever they just keep arresting them, they can show it on the news night after night, and that this was going to be the crackdown trying to stop those anti-war protesters so the USA can go to war. And that's why it's illegal now. They knew they were lying. They knew it. But they said it anyway. But I'm going to take one last hit, and I'm out, guys. It's been Abstract 420. Tell me what you think about those stories down below. Peace, guys.